My earlier Highland Lakes flight gave me a taste of the Texas Hill Country, but I wanted to push further into the region as it's really quite different terrain than the flat green fields of southeast Texas. The plan would be to thread the needle between San Marcos and New Braunfels Class D airspaces and check out Canyon Lake before heading northwest to Enchanted Rock, the second largest granite dome in the country. From there, I'd head east to Packsaddle Mountain before stopping to refuel at Burnett. As with my Highland Lakes flight, I'd return via Austin suburbs between Georgetown and Austin Executive's airspaces before heading directly back to Wharton. My route took me over the old Carter Memorial Airport site. I couldn't tell if it's been developed further since I was last here in March, but the plane is still there. This is an auto parts salvage yard near New Braunfels. And this is a cement plant and quarry. The Guadalupe River cuts pretty deep through the land just south of Canyon Lake. And here's where the river is dammed to form Canyon Lake. Enchanted Rock is quite prominent even from a distance. The granite dome rises 425 feet above the surrounding terrain. Hang gliders used to fly the site in the early days, but you had to carry your gear up and land in the narrow creek bed. As gliders became heavier with better performance, this became increasingly impractical, and I don't think it's allowed here today anyway. Here we come to Packsaddle Mountain, which is really a 550-foot hill. Both hang gliders and paragliders used to launch from the smaller peak ahead at a height of 425 feet over the surrounding terrain. With some wind, the hill was ridge soarable, and catching a thermal on the ridge would allow you to climb up and away. The site closed in 2012, a shame as it was the only real foot launch site in Texas. You can see the hang glider launch ramp is still there. I once again didn't capture my landing at Burnett due to camera issues, but here's my takeoff. Here are a few shots of Austin suburbs. I saw a massive construction project in the distance near Taylor and had to go check it out. Turns out it's a chip fab Samsung is building with funding from the CHIPS Act of 2022. These two parked excavators loom over a reclaimed mine site. The Hang Glide Texas Aerotow Club used to operate out of Robert R. Wells Jr. Airport in Columbus. A Mexican restaurant here was our preferred post-flying watering hole. And here's the airport. The club owned a hangar here for its tow trike and equipment and towed off both the runway and turf alongside it. This flight was 405 statute miles and about 6 hours of flying, and with lakes, hills, granite domes, and dense suburbs, it had a little bit of everything.